Catch up, Jordan.
Hey, I'm all about that. On top of the now.
Exactly. And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Sit Down Standard, the podcast celebrating all the amazing things you can do while sitting, whether it's enjoying movies, watching television, or playing games. Got the intro correct this week. I am joined, as always, by my cohort, Gerald Bales.
Hello.
And special guest, not so special guest, Jordan Peterson.
That's right.
Definitely special
That's
guest.
Mr. Jordan Peterson to you, my friend.
I'm just making sure you remember the
I
intro.
remember my intro.
Okay, just checking. Anyways, if you are listening to the audio version, why are you doing that? Go to youtube.com/sitdownstandard. You can get the full experience of our beautiful faces.
Because we're ugly, David. They don't want to see our faces. That's why. They've made at this many episodes in, they've made a
conscious effort.
Yeah, they know.
Anyways,
Gerald's getting hotter. I'm
all right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying.
Plus, we
Tall
got
drink
some
of
new
water.
mics. Look, technically, we ran out of equipment and we jimmied together this, so this is working now. But also, you can send us an email and let us know what you think about our faces.
Yeah.
Email is
sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
awesome. Okay, so now that we got the shameless promotions, by the way, you guys can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Sit Down
all
Standard.
the likes and
The
double
bits.
taps and all that stuff.
Yes.
And the
Anyways,
things.
now that we got the shameless promotion out of the way, let's get into what we did this weekend. Oh, what you doing? Oh, what you doing? What you doing? Ba-da-da. Ah.
Did you miss that, Jordan, at all?
No.
Yes, you do. I'm still waiting for someone to submit my
actual band.
like
playing.
an actual band. Yeah, well, I'm
I
waiting.
think, didn't you copy that from an actual
Shut
band?
up.
Yeah.
Jordan,
Okay.
jeez,
Maybe
I'm the
you could get them
attorney.
to
Shut
do it.
up.
Who is it?
I don't remember.
It's from that.
Phineas and Ferb.
But who's the band that does their stuff?
I don't know.
Bowling for Soup.
Yes.
Is
I
it?
think it is. Yeah.
1980.
You know what's funny? The
I think
lead
you should-
singer of Bowling for Soup, the guy who does the voice of Chuck E. Cheese
That is funny.
at the animatronics. No, it's weird because you're at Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm like, why do I know Chuck E. Cheese's voice? Like, I was like, is he haunting me in my dreams?
When
look it
were
up?
you at a Chucky? I thought you're not supposed to.
Touche. Why were you at
Thought
Chuck
you're not
E.
allowed
Cheese?
to go.
My nephew, okay?
Oh, okay.
They do that thing where they stamp you, though, and they're like, you can only leave with this kid, and you can only, but they like make it. It's creepy.
Well,
I'm
are
like,
you allowed in without a kid?
I don't
Did you
think
have to
so.
go find a kid?
I don't think. Yeah, you have to find
they
a
that
kid.
bad?
How hard is it to find a kid and be like, you want to come to Chuck E. Cheese?
This way. I need a
Exactly.
kid to get
But
me
like,
in.
why is Chuck E. Cheese that thing? Like, I've been to John's and Carl Pizza without kids multiple times. With my wife, David, and
mean-
we don't get ever like stamped. I never see people like checking that kind of stuff.
There could be. Clearly, they had an incident. That's
I would say Chuck E. Cheese must be the. Anyways.
the 18th kid that vanished. They're like, all right, we need a rule. Guys, get a stamp out.
But you think those? Never mind. I don't want to talk about that.
Anyways, Gerald, what you doing? Speaking of child trespass,
Got a couple things. I got actually a bunch of things, but I don't need to talk about all these things. Been playing the PS4 since I got it for Christmas.
Yes.
Talked about that briefly. I beat Uncharted 1,
making your way through it. You played.
making my way through.
You were here last time? I think he was
Yeah.
talking about it. Did you play Uncharted 1?
No.
Is it called Drake's Fortune or something like that?
Oh, maybe that was the one I played then.
You
I don't
owned
know.
it.
I own it. I played like 10 minutes into it.
Oh,
So
okay.
what is that? Why do you do that? Why do you buy a game, play for 10 minutes, and just go, no thanks?
Because I just never get back
And
to
then
it.
you don't trade it in? Like,
No,
I
I
just,
keep it all. I
you're-
have a graveyard of games I've never played.
So
I-
weird.
Like mediocre games that you don't even like. And
I'm
you
just
keep
like,
them.
it's interesting. It looks interesting, but it's like, I don't.
I remember 5 minutes of that.
Yeah. That's basically like every,
just
what's the one where you jump off the tower into the haystack?
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. I like own all.
By the
of
way,
them.
did you go see that?
No.
Okay, because you were excited for it. And
Oh,
then,
yeah. Until I saw the reviews.
well, Michael Fassbender, it's like, this can't be bad. It's Magneto.
Yeah,
right?
because they're always, good actors are always in really good movies.
No, I know, but
You can't just go off the review. You need to review it yourself, my friend.
And I will when I could,
I
get
heard-
it at a lower price than the movie theater.
low price. Low.
Super low.
price.
anyways. Okay.
But yeah, so playing, finished that. Good game, by the way. Really good game.
You didn't play the original, so you don't have any context for what the HD did, though, right?
Correct.
Okay, but does it look? You said it looks.
Yeah,
good.
so this is like the PS4, the redone of like all three of these games, and it looks great. It doesn't look like a PS4 game, but I mean it's a PS2 game, right? PS2 or PS3?
It was a PS2 game.
And then 2 and 3 were on PS3.
Yes.
And then 4 was on.
I recall that is correct.
Okay.
Because you didn't own a PS3.
No, I do own a PS3.
Okay, then it might be
but
on a PS3.
I don't think I played it on that.
Who
I played it
cares?
on PS2. 'cause I-
Yeah, who cares?
actually have
But
my-
but it's fun. Like I played the.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Nobody cares.
I played the new.
I barely care.
I played the new Tomb Raider games, and there was like, oh, they took a lot of inspiration, and I could definitely tell now. And the puzzles and stuff are cool.
That's
and
not fair because like
Wait, you're saying
Raider,
Tomb Raider took inspiration
Yeah.
off of that game?
no, the new Tomb Raider games.
No,
That's what-
that game took its inspiration
From
from
Tomb
Tomb Raider
Raider.
on PlayStation.
right?
Okay.
So yeah, I
For
agree.
sure.
But with like the cover
a male
mechanics
Tomb
and just the way like the way the camera is and all that stuff, it's like it just like
Well,
the
like
new Tomb
I
Raider
think
games.
what Uncharted has always done better than Tomb Raider until more recently.
Man,
Stop it.
Huh?
No.
No.
No, it wasn't that. It was the cinematic nature of the game, like the cutscenes, and not even cutscenes.
It's like you're playing a movie.
yeah, the Indiana Jones feel of like running from the boulder, right?
Okay, but that's not fair because Tomb Raider, before the new ones that came out, they took a huge gap. They weren't around for PlayStation 3.
No, I agree.
PlayStation 2, so they didn't have the
It was just got
cinematic advantage. Like they didn't have that kind
No,
of.
I'm not saying that. I'm
it
just
was
saying,
amazing
like,
when
just-
it came. It still looked amazing
Oh, yeah.
on PlayStation 1 for the time. Of course, they don't have like huge movies out of it.
Yeah.
Except
No.
for the actual movies.
I was gonna say they did
Yes,
make.
they do have actual. All right, fair enough.
Fair enough. No, but
You
I'm
got
saying,
me again. What can I say?
David too. All right.
put it on the board. But no, I think it was just probably partly to due to the fact that the technology just didn't allow them to do that. But
That's what's
at the same time, though, there wasn't that game had more to do with like I don't know the way she looked.
Oh, yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I mean? Than like the mechanics of the game. I mean, the games were enjoyable because it was that tomb raiding, which is kind of missing from the new games, which is weird.
Oh, the second of the new
Yeah, I haven't
reboot
finished
is
that yet.
like back into that.
Speaking of buying games and not playing them,
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah, see, everybody does that.
The
Other than that,
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
other than that, I just got Last of Us Remastered. Haven't started it yet though. And then I'm playing through the first God of War game, which I'm streaming through PlayStation Now. And that's like that. They did God of War HD came out on the PS3, but it wasn't like a redoing of the graphics or anything. It's just frame rate is like 60 FPS.
What do you think?
God of War 3?
No, God of War 1.
One. I'm starting with one. Yeah.
Is one where it opens where you're like in the bed with all of the
Oh yeah, boobies.
yeah. They
Nice.
immediately do that. It's so weird. I mean, I get it because I was like
No, in like God of War 3, you like have sex with someone.
yeah,
You, like,
yeah. You have like a
tap.
button
You have
mash.
to tap
Yeah.
next.
Oh
like-
really?
There's
No,
like
it doesn't
a-
have that.
What's that called? A quick time event for like
yeah,
sex
for
It's, like,
banging. Yeah, nice.
stupid.
But it's definitely like it's over the top, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. It's gory and stuff, but it's super fun. And there's like puzzles and stuff that are actually kind of hard. I'm like, this is kind of like Zelda almost, but like obviously not. But just the way like the puzzles were, and there's like dungeons. It's not just you're not just killing everything, you know. But
yeah, I think in the first game though, I don't because later on in the games they introduce like different weapons other than the what are they called the chains of war or something.
yeah.
Those are I enjoy.
Well, he has that, and then he has like the one blue sword. that
Okay,
I
then he
just
does
got.
have that in the first one. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that was one mechanic that they introduced later on. But yeah, I remember the game being a lot of fun because it has that beat 'em up kind of button mash mechanic, but it also introduces like good puzzle mechanics
And there's a lot of there's definitely a complex nature to it. There's combos and all this kind of crazy stuff with your weapon. I mean, it's very fun.
there's not many games that are out like that anymore. I remember there was that oh god,
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno.
I knew what you were thinking about.
I know. Well, they basically copied.
Yeah.
But it was enjoyable. I just the version you're playing through
It has
PlayStation
boobs in
now.
it too, actually. By the way.
Well, you gotta come on. You gotta. It's like Game of Thrones. You gotta throw it in every
Yeah.
once in a while. But with you're playing it through PlayStation now? Is there any latency issues?
No, it's fine. I mean, it's a PS3 game.
So did you
know.
buy the is it a
It
subscription?
is a subscription. It's like $10 a month. It's like 10 or 20. I don't know. I just want to like play these two games so I can stop paying for it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's God of War and then God of War 2 are the ones I had to
How
play
many
through that.
how many games are available? Like their whole catalog?
It's a ton of games. They have like PSP games, like all the God of War PSP games.
Those
I
are
can
actually
play.
good too. Chains of Olympus.
Oh, do I have to play those too?
Yeah.
Oh crap, man! I just want to get the story. The
story is good
So
in
like,
that
I
game.
just want to get to a PS4 game. But I feel like
I wanna
God
get-
of War 3. They did God of War 3 remastered on the PS4. So I'm just trying to get to that or Uncharted 4.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get to a PS4.
I hate to break it to you, but if you play Final Fantasy like 15, you're gonna have a lot of work to do to get to 15. You're gonna have to start back at Super Nintendo.
Yeah, not a big fan of fantasy or Final Fantasy games, but like I just feel like I want to get the story, you know, and I have to play. And I looked it up. It's like, do I have to play all the God of War games? Like, well, if you really care, then yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the God of War games, and they not to spoil too much, but they do that same thing where it's like the beginning of the game, you're like this ultra powerful character, and then your powers get taken away,
Of course, yeah.
and then you have to spend the whole game getting them all back.
The first one wasn't like that though.
I thought so.
No.
second
Maybe
one.
it's the second.
You're already
one.
worried, but they're like, "Hey, there's this guy named Ares. You know, you and him had a thing, right? We need you to go kill him. He's like this giant freaking
Yeah.
guy tromping around the city and stuff.
Yeah, that's always the scale of that game is what's cool. Like you're climbing, and then like it peels back, and you're like, oh my
Right.
god, I'm like climbing this giant thing up
I
to
know.
the
And
sky.
Uncharted does that too, like where you're like
That's
walking
true.
along a vista and it pulls out, like you said, the cinematic thing.
Yeah.
And God of War does the same thing. I'm like, that's really cool. Like, you don't see a lot of that.
I didn't like the way you fight the gods, like because I played the second one, God of War,
Yeah.
and I hate when they're like it's something super cool, but then you're just watching it and then it's like push X right now, and I just push
Like
X,
quick time stuff.
and he does a bunch of stupid stuff, and then it's like why? And they're like I just think well, okay,
Because they can't make it look that cool with you doing it manually. They just can't.
It
and
is
there's
funny
just
when you
not
mess
enough
up
controls for you
They
to be
they
like.
grab you, throw you to the ground. You're like, oh, come on, man. They got to do
Yeah.
the whole thing over again.
At least like is it Tomb Raider? That's like if you mess up, she gets like stabbed in the
she
heart.
gets impaled or something
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I feel like
So
this
that's cool. I just thought it was funny that I have this new system and all I'm playing is old games. Like I'm just trying to get through them so I can play new games. Hot mic, David. Hot mic.
There you go. Go ahead.
What else? My wife got a new car, CRV. It's very cool, David. There's a lot of these cool safety features that the cars have these days.
Yes.
Kind of like stuff that you have on the Rogue, but they have like now vehicle like lane assist, which uses like cameras and stuff to keep you in the lane, and then they have another system that looks at the middle of the, like, you tell if you're in the middle of the lane if you start to swerve, same thing. But my wife can pretty much take the hands off the wheel, and it's like, oh, you're swerving, and like auto-correct itself. It's very weird.
Okay, a couple questions.
I didn't know that. Our Rogue just beeps at us. It doesn't actually correct the driving portion of
And
it.
it also has adaptive cruise control, too. So if you're like on the freeway, going to California, keep 60 miles an hour, you could adjust the length before the car in front of you, and it'll just stay like that. It'll slow down. And
that's super awesome. But here's my question about the cameras looking at the lanes. One, what if there's not clearly defined drawings?
So it tells you on your dash, it'll like, it has these little lane markings, and if they're not lit up or whatever, then it's not working. So don't depend on it.
Oh, okay.
And what it is, it can see the lanes of the road and it can do its thing.
Gotcha. Because I'm like construction zones. Like sometimes I have to drive over like.
Well, it's not intended to be like, I don't have to drive with my hands on the wheel.
That's kind of what I was hoping for.
Yeah, not yet. I was hoping for. And it'll do a thing too where, and if you don't use your turn signal to make a lane change, it's assuming that you're not paying attention, so that's when it'll try to do the autocorrect. But if your hands are on the wheel and you're just a bad driver and changing lanes without your turn signal, obviously you can override it.
You're like fighting your car. You're like, no, I said left.
I wonder if that's going to happen because they already had. Wasn't it just recently? Was it? I forget who. Tesla had a crash of an unmanned car, and now it's all free. Everyone's freaking out.
Well, yeah, it was in Florida, but they ruled National Traffic Highway Association, whatever, ruled that it wasn't because of Tesla. It was a guy, and he was like watching Harry Potter at the same time, like on a DVD. He just wasn't paying attention. And autopilot system isn't meant to be like fully autonomous. They tell you like you have to keep your hands on the wheel.
And he was watching Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's watching. There was like a portable DVD.
I'd be so embarrassed.
Pretty much, he ran into a back of a tractor trailer, and normally there's an auto braking thing, but because of the way the camera's working, something it just slammed right into the back of it and killed the guy.
The officer would be like,
"Oh, it killed him?
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Oh, gee. Okay, now I feel bad for giving.
Joke, but I'm saying my joke anyway.
Okay, go ahead. Rip.
The officer would be like, "You were watching Harry Potter," so I'd be like, "Tell him porn." No, porn. Not anything but Harry Potter.
Something interesting, not Harry Potter.
Except he wasn't saying anything.
But which one? We're talking Goblet of Fire. That's pretty good. Anyways, so yeah, very
cool. Give you a ticket depending on which Harry Potter you're watching.
My wife said that she can literally let Robot Jesus take the wheel, which I thought was kind of funny, right?
Robot Jesus.
But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Pretty happy with it?
Yeah. This is her first new car ever.
Did you go through the credit union again?
Yeah, same thing with the Civic last week. Yeah. Okay. This was just, we ordered them both at the same time, but
buy
the
one, get
CRV,
one free?
No,
buy one, get one.
But the CRV came out literally in December, so it took like 2 or 3 weeks to actually get it delivered.
The thing I want
fresh off the boat, as they say,
of the new technology is the reverse camera.
Yeah, that's the same. Like, it doesn't have like the 360 camera like your car does, which is really cool.
It has side, it has side and front and back cameras, and then what it does is it creates like a 3D image of the car.
Which is freaking cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I just think I feel like that's a technology that got to save lives.
Yeah, and I think it's standard now. Like even the cheapest car will at least have the backup camera, a little crappy screen.
Whenever I'm backing up like in the cars, we have a small SUV, but still, I'm like, until you're like 10, I can't see the top of your head out of the back of this window. So I'm like, every kid,
I guess that when you have kids
under the age of 10, like, good luck, like, because it just. Well, I
set up a.
But kids aren't stupid, right? I mean,
no, they are.
There's a car.
They're super stupid.
That's
definitely.
Isn't that Darwinism? No, don't run over children.
Yeah,
we are not advocating for
running over dumb children.
Trespass or kidnapping or running over children. We are against both.
Yeah,
we like reading to them though.
Yes. Speaking of that, 1,000 books, man. I'm burning through it, man.
It goes fast.
Oh yeah,
you can get through 1,000.
Are you doing the program?
Yeah, definitely. It's throwback if people remember back in the day. That's when we first started doing video.
Yeah,
1,000 books before kindergarten. But yeah, it's funny when I'm in a fantasy league with the guy who runs that, and of course when he found out that I had a kid, he's like, "So how many books you got?" I'm like, "Dude, come on, man." Anyways, go ahead, keep going. So.
A couple other things. I don't know. Talk about Overwatch. Went to go see.
No, I want to know because I text messaged you to play Halo, and you're like, "No, it's a new Overwatch event," and I was like, "Oh God!" But I want to know what is it?
You're the rooster, David. See, that's why I said I was going to skip it.
No, I know, but what does that mean?
Like the other events, so they have like
you can't act like I asked you what it is.
So like obviously they're.
So stupid.
I think they're almost trying to like any event, because they have custom, of course, new skins and like new of this stuff. Nothing. People buy loot boxes. No, but they the brawl they're introducing capture the flag, which is really that's a big deal.
It's been around for I don't know since Doom.
Yeah, in other games,
Wait,
this is why I didn't want to talk about it.
are they going to
play Overwatch?
Are they gonna
next
add,
topic.
Wait, are they going to add jump to the game? Because that sounds pretty cool. Have you jump? They're going to add the jump function to Overwatch. Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
What
Screw you, David.
jump. Like I'm making fun of him. God,
Oh,
you're so bad at
I
this.
got you.
No. So
That's why I didn't want to.
Is it good?
Yeah,
Capture the
it's
flag.
fine. Yeah, it's fine.
It's just the opposite of the one where you leave the bomb, right? Instead of
No, well, so the way the heroes are designed they're designed for like the objectives that are out right now. So when you're playing capture the flag, they have to balance it a little bit differently. That's why it's only a brawl. They're not going to put it in like competitive or even quick play or anything like that. So this is why I want to skip.
We have a relevant
Anyways.
capture the flag new thing I've been doing. Stratego.
there you go.
I actually have been playing Stratego.
There
What does
you
that
go.
to do with capture the flag?
It's good.
That's
the game.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I've never played.
You literally capture a flag. That's what it has
That's how war worked back in the day.
That's I'm like, wait, I thought that was like a hardcore war game.
It is. Well, it's not hardcore, but
it's hardcore
it's
capture the flag game because you're literally
that's
going.
how they
after
fought
a
back in the
flag.
day. They would put a flag and they'd say,
Oh,
"You
we
can get
lost.
this."
Down our
They're like,
guns.
okay, you win. No, that's the way to do it. That's how you solve big world problems.
That's how we should do it.
I wish.
Yeah,
That'd
no
be way
nuclear
better.
weapons, just a flag. And if we get your flag and get it back to our base, we
No
get,
walls.
Get your property.
Just
Yeah.
get the flag.
Yeah,
Easy.
exactly.
We play for keepsies.
Yeah, pinks.
All right, moving on.
Last thing, my wife and I went to go see a movie, Hidden Figures. It's a movie about set in the 60s, I want to say late 50s, early 60s, the beginning of the space program, and hiring of African-American workers, and these are women. It follows 3 African-American women, and of course the things that happen that you could possibly imagine during the late 50s, early 60s,
What?
working
Yeah.
for NASA. It's very, very good movie.
I actually heard about this. They had an NPR, the lady.
It got insane reviews,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
insane,
I heard
insane
it was really
reviews.
cool. And then
Yeah.
there's these women were like the brains behind everything, and nobody knows anything about them.
Yeah, this one, the main girl was like super smart in math, and she figured out, she pretty much invented calculations and stuff to try to get people back out of orbit down. It's really cool because it takes place in the middle of this big space race where, the Soviets got a man to orbit the
Sputnik.
Earth first. Yeah, and there's Sputnik, all that kind of stuff. So it's cool seeing, that time period. And obviously it kind of fits with everything that's kind of going on. It's a good movie for this time. Maybe not, but it's
No,
it's
I get what
definitely
you're
a feel good movie. Yeah,
But
yeah.
what were they just employees? Because it makes it sound like in the preview that they didn't even have anything to do with.
Yeah, they worked for
Engineers.
NASA as computers. This is before there was a computer.
They were like
by
scientists.
NASA.
No, they had. What I heard is they had computers, and the astronauts wouldn't trust them. They'd be like, "Have her do it."
Well, I saw the movie, Jordan. So
Well,
maybe I
that's
should
not
know.
what they said on NPR, which I trust more than.
So towards the end of the movie, so
theater.
they get an IBM, which takes up like this whole big room, obviously.
Yeah, of
that's
course.
supposed to do
called a
get the other
computer.
girls out of work because they're the computers. And at the end of the movie, Jordan, spoiler, yeah, there is like a calculation that the computer comes with that is wrong, so you have to bring the girl back.
See, that's
like,
just to
finally
make a
trust-
good movie, though. I'm
It's
just
John
saying
Clancy's
the
thing.
actual person they were interviewing or whatever was saying.
Aren't you the
that's-
one that doesn't trust calculators during
Yeah.
high school?
I don't trust calculators.
You would never use a calculator.
Well, see, yeah, because
Like we would have complex stuff, and Jordan's like
I don't trust
hashing it out over the wall.
Here's the deal. I trusted it once I got to it wasn't the calculator that I didn't trust. I didn't think it wasn't doing the right calculation. I didn't trust that I was pushing the right numbers into the calculator. So I'm
So
like,
it's even more on a basic level. I just don't know what numbers are.
right. So like, no, I would put in like, I do a simple thing, but then when you hit plus, that number's gone, and then I'm putting in the next number, and I'm like, shoot.
It's like a memory
do
problem.
you
Yeah.
freak out when
So
it
I
gets
would do
dark
like-
outside? Or you're like, where did the sun go?
No, I do it over and over. And once it got to graphic calculators where it would show you what you did before, then I was like, all right, calculator, you win.
Dude, Peekaboo must have been amazing as like a baby. Like, oh my god, he's gone. Where'd he go?
back. No, I just always, and you would be surprised how many times you just accidentally push the wrong
No,
button.
I agree. Yeah, when you do a
You
bunch
know,
of
it
numbers,
just-
yeah.
yeah.
Like back in the day when they would have that long.
So I would do it in the calculator, and then
Thank
I'd
you.
manually do it, and if they match, then I'd feel confident.
But what would you give it? Thumbs up? It's been getting
Oh,
like
definitely, yeah,
90
definitely
plus.
thumbs up. Yeah, it's a very, very good movie. Definitely go see it. I want to say it's one of the, I think it is one of the movies nominated for Best Picture of the Year. It's not going to win, but it's great that it got
Bazinga's in it. What's his name? The guy from
Oh, that weird. I don't know.
Big
I don't
Bang.
watch that.
No, I heard he was
Show.
like his character was like a real jerk, which is kind of weird because he's kind of a lovable
he was
guy.
kind of overseeing her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing I have, I had a question for you guys. We had a disagreement at work.